Eastrip is a flagship initiative funded by the World Bank and the governments of Kenya, Ethiopia, and Tanzania. It aims to transform the technical and vocational education and training TVET landscape by addressing skill shortages and mismatches in the region. The project's strategic context is anchored in Africa's push for economic diversification and industrial transformation. Meeting the demand in sectors such as energy, transport, manufacturing, and ICT requires more than isolated country efforts, calling for a collective regional response. Initiatives like the Northern Corridor Integration Projects, NCIP, the Central Corridor Transit Transport Facilitation Agency, and wider economic integration efforts in sub-Saharan Africa have boosted demand for educated and skilled labor. Eastrip is therefore positioned as both a TVET transformation initiative and a driver of industrialization, youth employment, and deeper economic integration in East Africa.
What we are doing in TVET is ensuring that young people are trained to be able to industrialize this country, because without the skills, industrialization will not be achieved. We want to make sure that our young people have the requisite skills to be able to industrialize this country, which is what is the better plan, or Vision 2030 for that matter. And like I've already said, Eastrip has ensured that we have access. We have the institutions as well as the equipment to be able to skill our young people to be able to handhold this country to the next level of development.
We have a total of 16 institutions in the 3 countries. In the Republic of Kenya, we have 5 institutions. In the United Republic of Tanzania, we have 4 institutions. And in the Federal Republic of Ethiopia, we have 7 institutions. The 3 countries implementing the project have to work together in terms of regional integration, in terms of exchanges, in terms of learning from each other, with a view to harmonize TVET issues at the regional level.
The project strengthens the capacity of 16 regional flagship TVET institutes, RFTIs, to deliver market-relevant programs, enhance industry linkages, and foster regional integration. In Kenya, the project is implemented in 5 regional flagship TVET institutes. Kenya Coast National Polytechnic with focus on marine transport and port logistics. Kisumu National Polytechnic with focus on textile and garment making. Meru National Polytechnic with focus on infrastructure and building technology. Kenya Institute of Highways and Building Technology with focus on infrastructure and highway technology. Kenyan Geothermal Training Center with focus on geothermal, oil, and gas.
We were able to write an award-winning proposal for funding, and the project has been actualized, and we are happy to say that we are way away in terms of its implementation.
Each had to identify a thematic area of excellence, and for Kibi this area was in highways technology. So selected to be built as an RFTI or Center of Excellence in Highways Technology.
The courses we offer did not initially include courses in the maritime sector, because this is a new field that you'll appreciate in that in the regional environment, there is very limited access to the maritime sector.
Through this project, we have been able to upgrade our facilities, and that is the main component that is being funded by Eastrip. We have accommodation facilities that will be able to take in more than 140 students, 70 female and 70 male.
The project development objective is to increase access and improve the quality of TVET programs in the selected RFTIs, while also supporting national TVET reforms and regional integration. Key milestones have been realized since commencement of the project to strengthen the enabling environment for TVET transformation and ensure effective project implementation. Moreover, A regional policy framework on TVET integration was produced to harmonize practices across East Africa.
We have also been able to do infrastructure development. It is not just buildings. Equally, we have provided equipment to these institutions, also enable them to train better within the infrastructure that's provided, and even the general setup of the institution. We have been able to provide linkages with other institutions, other countries. They've been able to benchmark with the best in order to be able to train well. The University Council for East Africa has helped not only the institutions but also the national systems to work together to create regional integration.
The infrastructure is a big asset to us. We were able to put up the learning factory, the administration block, and the hostel block. That facility is fully furnished with equipment. We have the machines, we have the computers, we have the general furniture fittings within that structure. When it comes to staff development, all our staff have been trained on development of competency-based education and training being funded by the Eastrip project.
We've done a lot at Eastrip to ensure that we achieve the three objectives, particularly under the access to technical education. I want to say that we have done well. We have increased the student population under the enrollment from a baseline of 1,200 students to the current number of students, which is 3,557. We have developed quite many number of industry-led curriculums. We have developed 9 long-term curriculums at the Eastrips, and we have developed 14 short-term curriculums at the Eastrip.
We started from zero. We did not have students in this area studying. We are a niche institution because there is no other institution that is training in a real-time manner in a technical field for textile technology from end to end. So we don't have many. We have had only 601 from zero. Even as we enthuse it with income generation through real-time productivity and mixing theory to practice through classroom work as well as real factory setting.
Basically, we are required to implement a project as per the project appraisal document, which stipulates the subcomponents. One among them is strengthening of the governance and management, in upgrading of the infrastructure, training of trainers.
Under this project, we have been able to procure a number of construction plants, which some of them have also been able to increase our enrollment. Also, I would like to mention that we've done a number of programs within outreach and support to non-project TVET institutes. We've been able to have an affirmative action where we've been able to launch a scholarship program which targeted the female students. We've also been able to achieve outreach to the counties which really need some of our training programs.
Eastrip project has been transformational to Kenya Coast National Polytechnic. Among the key achievements is an improved enrollment of students from a baseline of around 73 students to about 3,400 students cumulatively at the moment. We've been able to improve our employability rate from about 43% in year 1 to the current one, which is at 80.3%.
In the area of capacity building, standards and curricula, 18 occupational standards and packaged curricula were developed or reviewed.
Initially, as an in-house training facility, we didn't have a curriculum in place. So with the support of the bank, we are able to develop the programs which have been approved by TVETA, and we are now mounting 2 programs to pilot, that is geology technology and energy project management.
The skills that we attained from the Arab Academy have been used to ensure that our students are given more technical skills as compared to our earlier training, where we were very theoretical.
When we started Eastrip, we have been able to develop 11 accredited programs, which have gone through all the accreditation processes and also have been verified by the independent verifier from World Bank. And additionally, we've also started IMO model courses, which is STCW basic courses, which stands for Standards for Training, Certification and Watchkeeping Programs.
My name is Cyprian Soiben. I'm the Clerk of Works and the Safeguards Officer for the proposed construction of the Maritime School at Kombani in Kwale County. The facility comprises of a maritime center, that has the admin wing, the lecture theaters, the library, the computer lab, the workshops, and also classrooms.
A consultancy on interinstitutional frameworks was contracted, and another on skills mapping was awarded, with inception, progress, and preliminary reports already submitted, while industry advisory committees were formed to support curriculum validation, internships, and career guidance.
We want in TVET to train from industry, with industry, and for industry. What we mean by this is that we want to pragmatically go to industry, be able to inquire from them, and to identify the training gaps that exist in industry. And then together with industry, we are able to craft the young people in our institutions so that they actually go back to those industries now to perform what it is that we have been able to train. Eastrip has held the department in the sense that the team that is responsible for identifying industry gaps that we now go ahead and train. Remember, with the curricula that Eastrip has already handheld the department to develop, they are also now supporting the team that is in industry, identifying the gaps in training within industry.
The main role of the Industry Advisory Committee is to actually bridge the gap between the education, practice, and policy, and that is what we do well. With this, we're able to advise the KIBIT into the emerging trends. So we're able to also advise on curriculum and actually be able to advise them on actually what is required for the curriculum and actually what is actually trending.
What we did is to connect Kenya Coast with the employer and make sure that we'll also assist them to look at the career which they are teaching here. Is it a long course or short? And we made sure that that we will connect them and make sure that they have opportunity like other people, because the Kenya Coast was not involved a lot with the maritime. This was their first time, and we have seen the achievement of being there as the advisory board to assist Kenya Coast Polytechnic.
We link the gaps between industry and the institution. It is good that Kisumu National Polytechnic, through Eastrip project, came up with the idea to have industry advisory board when they'll be implementing the project of Eastrip Textile Technology Center, whereby we will be communicating through industry and the needs of institution.
Significant achievements have also been recorded in the regional flagship TVET institutes, RFTIs, focusing on strengthening institutional capacity, expanding industry linkages, improving training facilities, and enhancing the quality and relevance of TVET programs.
This project is helping us break the traditional barriers and open doors towards easy communication and interaction. And when skills part come in within this kind of context, it's helping unify all of us as a people and as a region. It does not matter whether you're trained from Uganda, from Tanzania, from Ethiopia, from Madagascar. Since we've harmonized the training, it means you can work anywhere.
In terms of institutionalizing industrial linkages, student exchange programs were conducted and partnerships signed with industries and academic institutions across East Africa.
I was awarded a scholarship by World Bank through Eastrip project to start certificate in international shipping practice at Dar es Salaam National Institute of Transport. And currently, I'm doing my intern at Express Shipping Logistics as a shipping agency.
I benefited through the Eastrip project. One, because I got a chance to participate in an exchange program where we were learning and being taught with the Tanzanian teachers, and also we were learning together with those students from Rwanda. The Kisumu National Polytechnic and the exchange program has prepared me well for my career, from a student to an attaché, and finally having my own workshop. I am 100% confident in my career and the skills so far I've gained, even through the internship and the attachment I've undergone.
Alumni associations were launched, and institutes actively showcased their programs in exhibitions, trade fairs, and career forums. Staff were supported in development at PhD, master's, and short course levels, and staff exchange programs were implemented with Ethiopia and Tanzania, leading to co-development of curricula, while international training opportunities were accessed in countries such as China and Germany.
We have had an opportunity to give scholarships to both master's, PhD levels, for the trainers to be able to gain insights in their areas of expertise and be able to offer quality training.
We went to General Winget National Polytechnic. The main objective of that staff exchange was just to see how they do their things there, especially on the curriculum, so that at least we can come and harmonize and see if we can do the same thing as a one institution.
Back in 2022, I was involved into an exchange program where we went 25 of us to Tanzania, Dar es Salaam to be specific, DAT, and we went to learn 3D modeling and animation in relation to film technology. And since I took that course there and came back, I really learned a lot from there. And from that place, I came back and ventured so much into it. And today, as we speak, I've also founded a company called Zantrix Digital, where we do the same skills I learned there. Now we do it as a service also.
I went for the exchange program in Zambia, and the program took about 3 weeks. And I was able to interact with other trainers in that center of excellence named Kafue Coach Training Institute. Through the exchange program, I have been exposed to a number of diverse training methodologies, which has expanded my toolkit, and this has made my sessions to be more interacting, more engaging, and to be more learner-centered.
We are here to experience sharing on Eastrip project between Hawassa Polytechnic College and Kisumu National Polytechnic College. We expect a lot of things from here, as knowledge and skill transformation, also about the curriculum, is because here in Ethiopia is different curriculum, so we want to see the difference between there. Then also about the regional integration, so we expect this and other things.
Besides transforming TVETs and addressing skill gaps, communities also benefit through expanded economic opportunities.
There's a multiplier effect on the institutions that are mentored by the flagship TVET institutions, so I would say that the local communities get that. Also, the skilled labor force within the local communities get an opportunity to work within the Eastrip project.
So kwa mimi nashukuru sana kwa Kenigen, nashukuru World Bank, sababu hiyo watoto walisomesha mpaka walilipia mwaka mzima. Kitu ya pili, mradi tumefaidika sababu watu wengi ya hii kijiji wameajiriwa wengi sana, na wamepata kazi na wamefanya mpaka sasa bado wengine wako kwa hiyo site.
Nashukuru mradi huu umenisaidia sana kwa sababu nimepata ajira, nimetunza vijana wangu, nimewasomesha, nashukuru kwa sababu watoto wangu watanufaika sana kwa sababu wamemaliza form 4 na kuna mwingine anamaliza, na baada ya hapo sitapata tabu kuwapeleka mahali kwengine kwenda kusomea, nitawaleta hapa. Kwa hiyo nawashukuru sana na Mwenyezi Mungu awajalie na awazidishie.
On the business community, people mostly in the hotels, they have to take their lunches from these people, and so it is a good project. On even the border sector, when they go to their places, they usually use the border. This project actually is a project of the community. It is benefiting the community 100%.
Future plans under the project include completion of ongoing construction, equipping and curriculum development in the regional flagship TVET institutes, RFTIs, deepening industry partnerships, scaling up cross-border enrollment and exchange programs, supporting the operationalization of the learning factory models within the regional flagship TVET institutes, RFTI, for sustainability.
Eastrip has been able to come up with an ecosystem that is enough to actually provide commercialization within our institutions, and that will speak into sustainability. Secondly, we have talked about the preparation of the curricula, which will go on, will continue to be used by the institution whether or not the project is going on. We have talked about the preparation of the trainers. These trainers will be able to continue training in the institution or even training others, so that we already have the TOTs within the institutions.
The Eastrip project has been very, very instrumental at Kenya Coast National Polytechnic in accelerating the vision of the Kenya's Blue Economy agenda, because Kenya Coast has been vetted as one of the center of excellence in maritime, transport and port logistics.
We greatly appreciate and we call upon our World Bank to come and partner in other projects, and we are grateful for this major project. This is Eastrip.
By the end of the project, it is expected that regional flagship TVET institutes will have at least double the enrollment, and more than 75% of the graduates will secure jobs within 6 months of graduation. Further, the regional flagship TVET institutes, RFTIs, will have sustained capacity to deliver market-validated long-term and short-term training programs.
We want to tell the World Bank that we are absolutely grateful for hand-holding us in the TVET sector. World Bank has been a very good partner in doing what we have been able to do. As a department, as a ministry, as Kenya, we are very grateful to the work that we have been able to work, and we look forward to having a much longer work together.